Why can't intercontinental missiles stop the border? Killer ships as modern military weapons. In terms of deterrence, no weapon can contend with it. And the intercontinental missile carrying Keon Zusan's ballistic, an existence that even the gods cannot anticipate, can disable all national air defenses. So what's so terrifying about intercontinental missiles? As an advanced long-range ballistic missile, its range is basically more than 5,500 kilometers. The warhead is one or more nuclear warheads. The terrifying power of its explosion, nothing less than the end of the world. After the ICBM launch, it can be divided into 3 flight stages. Each stage has a very strong technical wall class. That's why the most advanced defense systems, in the face of this weapon, still helpless. The first is to push through the acceleration phase. It starts with the ignition of a rocket engine. The missile's propulsion system has just been activated. The missile's flight speed is still relatively slow. Trajectories are easily detected by satellites and radar. Is the best chance to intercept missiles. However, due to the short initial flight time, it's only about 3 to 5 minutes, plus the launch site of the missile, usually within their own borders, prevention and control systems in other countries, impossible to run into each other's airspace and shoot down, so it's almost impossible to intercept. At the end of this phase, the missile is usually 150 kilometers above the ground to an altitude of 400 kilometers, and then we went into suborbital flight. The stage lasts nearly 25 minutes. During this period, intercontinental missiles were mainly located outside the atmosphere. Suborbital flight along an elliptical orbit. The apogee of the orbit is approximately 1,200 kilometers above ground. Since the environment in which the missile is flying at this time is a vacuum, no air resistance, it will be very fast. This stage is theoretically, there's a high probability of interception because the trajectory is computable. But the people who developed the ICBM didn't. As stupid as you think, in order to confuse the other party's trouble system, the missile is flying at high speed, will release the magic warhead it carries, metal balloons and interference wire and full-size, various electronic countermeasures such as decoy warheads to deceive enemy radar, makes it difficult for the anti-theft system to determine which one is the real warhead, and the appearance of Keon Zusan ballistics. It also makes the interception chance index become 0. After a traditional intercontinental missile is launched, the trajectory is relatively fixed, although the speed is fast, but there is still a certain probability of being predicted. Keon Zusan's proposal to lose money, slide to airplane mode, ballistic missiles, and the trajectory of the flying missile. It has the penetration capability of a ballistic missile. It also has the high flexibility of an aerial missile. Missiles rely on the boost of the atmosphere. You can bounce and slide for a while because the trajectory is parabolic, perfectly avoiding the tracking of the anti-missile system. And then finally, terminal flight, and the missile re-enters the atmosphere and rapidly approaching the target stage. This is the most destructive and the hardest part to intercept. At this moment, intercontinental missiles can reach speeds above Mach 20. It hits the ground at speeds up to 7 kilometers per second. Even the most advanced anti-theft systems, it is also difficult to achieve in such a short period of time and destroy high-speed warheads. What's even more desperate is, the stage of the ICBM will still release multiple warheads. Each one has a separate flight path, aim at different targets. Real and fake warheads mixed together, coupled with extremely high speed. The probability of successful interception is almost 0. The reason why intercontinental missiles are invincible, it is because in this world, no country has the ability to intercept. He can refer a country to a country in a very short time. It also destroys its deterrent effect. Currently on a global scale, only 7 countries have this technology, and our country is on September 25th to a certain area in the South Pacific, accurately delivered a Dongfeng Express, a symbol of our country's strength. It is the pride of all Chinese people.